The later you learn this, the more you'll regret it. There are many truths in life. Some we learn early, some we ignore, but then there are truths we only come to understand after it's too late. Why do we realize the value of things only after we've lost them? Why do the most important lessons arrive wrapped in regret? Today, we're going to explore the quiet truths that most people wish they'd learned sooner. The kind of lessons that don't come from books, but from experience, from loss, and from time. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness, and it might just change how you live the rest of your life. Time never comes back. People often underestimate the value of time. When we're young, time feels endless, but as we grow older, we begin to realize just how fast it slips away. And the older we get, the faster it seems to go. The philosopher Seneca once said, "Wasting time is the greatest loss of all." Time is given to all of us equally, but not everyone sees its worth. Not everyone uses it wisely. And so many people, only in their later years, find themselves saying, "If only I had realized it sooner." Time cannot be bought with money, yet we often trade it for success, for recognition, for wealth. But time is the most precious asset we have. Once it's gone, no amount of effort can ever bring it back. That's why the moments we regret the most in life are the moments we wasted without even realizing it. Think about it. How much time have you let slip away in the past year, doing things you didn't care about, chasing things you didn't even want? Now look back. Were those hours truly worth it? Probably not. And to stop that kind of regret from building, you have to start redefining what your time is really worth. Because how you spend your days is exactly what shapes the quality of your life. This moment you're living right now is the most precious and certain asset you have. That's why every day deserves to be lived as if it were your last. When you waste time, the cost always comes back to you, not in dollars, but in regret. In the end, it's never the things we did, but the time we lost that haunts us the most. Many of the most successful people in life have all emphasized one thing: the importance of managing your time. Steve Jobs once said, "For the past 33 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today?" Living with the awareness that your time is limited gives you a sense of urgency and a powerful sense of clarity. It forces you to focus on what truly matters and let go of what doesn't. So learn to manage your time wisely. Learn to tell the difference between what truly matters and what doesn't. When you live each day with purpose and intention, aligned with your goals and dreams, that's when life becomes meaningful. Don't waste the limited time you've been given. Fill it with what matters. Use it to build the life you won't regret. When you lose your health, you lose everything. When we're young, we bounce back from illness quickly, and it's hard to imagine what it really means to lose your health. But once it's gone, it's not so easy to get it back. Many people only realize this after it's too late, and they're left thinking, "Why did I push myself so hard? Why didn't I take better care of myself?" Taking care of your health, even in small ways, is one of the wisest decisions you can make in life. We treat our health as if it's guaranteed, and without thinking, we repeat habits that slowly break us down. Stress, overwork, poor eating, and not enough rest. But the truth is, your health is built one small habit at a time, and when it breaks, it can fall apart in an instant. Once your health is gone, everything else, the wealth, the status, the success, none of it means anything. To maintain a healthy body and mind, you need balance, balanced meals, regular movement, and enough rest. These are non-negotiable. But physical health isn't enough. Your mental well-being matters just as much. Learn how to manage stress. Take breaks. Make time for things that bring you peace. Having space to breathe, to reflect, and to reset. That's how you protect your health. For the long run, in the second half of life, your greatest asset is your health. It's the foundation of your well-being, and the core of your quality of life. And once it's gone, it's incredibly hard to get back. That's why it's so important to build habits that care for you while you're still well. Prevention is wisdom, and maintaining your health is the real definition of success. Never forget that. When you neglect relationships, no one stays beside you. We often blame being busy for why we neglect the people around us. But relationships are like flowers. If you don't care for them, they wither and disappear. Without real attention, without simple acts of kindness, even the closest people begin to drift away. And one day, you'll ask yourself, why didn't I say more? Why wasn't I there when it mattered? People assume that relationships will always be there, but they don't last on their own. They require care, they need attention, and emotional effort. You have to try to understand, to connect, to truly listen. Life may be busy, but pushing people aside just because you're overwhelmed always leads to regret. To keep a relationship alive, it's the small, everyday things that matter. Send a message, make a call, say thank you, show that you care about their life, not just yours. If you don't say it, they won't know how you feel. Love that isn't expressed is just love that fades quietly away. It's not just about family or close friends. It's also about coworkers, neighbors, and the people you cross paths with every day. Relationships shape your life. They're one of the most powerful factors behind lasting success and happiness. A good relationship brings joy and stability, and in hard times, it becomes the anchor that keeps you standing. At the end of life, most people don't regret not making more money or not reaching a higher title. What they regret is not spending more time with the people they loved, not saying I love you more often, not giving more of their heart. The memories you create with the people who truly matter, they are worth more than anything money can buy. Those are the real treasures we carry with us until the very end. As we grow older, we begin to realize just how many people have passed through our lives. But in the end, only a few truly remain. The ones who loved us deeply, who understood us, and stood by us. These are the people who made the journey worth it. And the path to real happiness begins with one simple act. Telling them, thank you, I love you, I'm glad you stayed. We have to recognize just how important relationships truly are. And we have to put in the work to keep them alive. No one is perfect, and that includes you. So learn to respect each other. Learn to understand, even when it's hard. Open your heart. Speak honestly. Be willing to connect. That's how relationships grow stronger. That's how they last. Don't wait too long. Tell the people you love how much they mean to you. If you want to do something, do it now. We often push our dreams into the future. Tomorrow, next week, maybe next month. We keep telling ourselves, someday, but while we keep waiting, that someday quietly slips away, and eventually, we're left wondering, why didn't I do it then? Why didn't I start sooner? The habit of postponing slowly pulls us away from our dreams and passions. One of the biggest illusions we hold is the idea that we have plenty of time. But the truth is, time doesn't wait. It never has. The best time to begin is now, not later, not someday. So why don't we start? Because we're afraid of failing, afraid of what people will say. But the real failure is never trying at all. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from action, from facing fear, from showing up anyway. Even failure brings us lessons we wouldn't trade for anything. Think about that dream or goal you're holding in your heart right now. What's the first step you need to take to get there? So many of us feel stuck, not because the goal is impossible, but because it feels too big to begin. But every great thing starts the same way, with one small step. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to feel ready. Start with something small. Start now, because small steps, taken today, led to the life you want tomorrow. The most quietly unhappy people in the world are not those without dreams, but those who never act on them. They have passion, they have ideas, but they stay stuck in place. Life is shorter than we think, and time is faster than it feels. Don't keep postponing what your heart keeps calling for. Start today, not tomorrow, not when the timing feels perfect. If you wait too long, the opportunity may disappear forever. In the final moments of life, the deepest regrets aren't about what we did, but what we never dared to try. The moment you find the courage to take that first step, everything begins to shift. A new path opens, a new version of your life begins. So don't wait for your dream, for the life you want. Act now, right now. Stop living for other people's approval. So many people spend their lives worrying about what others think, instead of asking, what do I truly want? They ask, what will they expect from me? But when you live that way, you're not really living your life. You're handing it over to everyone else. Why didn't I live my own life? Why did I care so much about what they thought? When you live for the approval of others, you start silencing the voice inside you, and slowly, you stop living as yourself. You begin walking a path that was never yours to follow. One of the greatest regrets at the end of life is not being true to who you are. Living by someone else's standards might feel easier in the short term, but in the long run, it leads only to regret and quiet resentment. Everyone sees the world differently. Everyone walks a different path. So if you spend your life trying to meet other people's expectations, you'll never truly know what your own happiness feels like. Take a moment and look back on your life. Were your choices truly your own, or were they shaped by pressure and the weight of other people's expectations? From this point forward, choose your values, define your standards, and most of all, find the courage to live the life that feels right to you. You have to honor your own voice, and you have to be brave enough to speak it out loud. Living as yourself means not living the way others expect you to. And yes, that choice may feel lonely. It may even feel hard. But real happiness, the kind that stays, comes only when you follow the voice that is truly your own. True success and lasting happiness should never be defined by someone else's standards. You have the right to live life on your own terms. Don't stay trapped in the weight of other people's expectations. Choose the life that truly feels right to you. That's the only path to a life with no regrets. The greatest pain in life often comes from what we realize too late. Time that's already gone, health we didn't protect, relationships we neglected, dreams we put off, days spent living for someone else's approval. All of it comes back as regret. But here's the truth. You still have this moment. You still have a chance. In this very moment, you've been given a chance to change. Through everything you've realized, you now hold the power to shape what comes next. But reflection alone is not enough. What matters most is what you choose to do with it. Awareness is only the beginning. Action is where everything changes. The surest way to avoid regret is to live today with none. Don't forget, the choices you make now are shaping the life you'll look back on later. How you live from this moment forward is up to you. The future is unwritten, and the pen is in your hands. Today's small actions create tomorrow's big changes. Your life can be more joyful than you ever imagined. Choose to build a life that feels meaningful and truly your own. Don't wait until it's too late to finally realize what matters most. We're always rooting for you. Thanks so much for watching.